106.8. The guy ahead has just posted at 109.5.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the next race in my little iRacing series. Trying something new, but I'm still trying to work through getting out of D license and in road courses. So I need to finish like 2 or 3 races in D with a minimum D. Like I can't do rookie races; I have to do D races. And so I've done 2 already. I wasn't really liking very powerful cars. I probably need a lot more practice. So today I've been practicing a lot and getting a little frustrated, to be honest, because it's Lime Rock Park. It's a very tough track. It's very tricky. And the cars I'm driving are very slippy. So we're going to do SCCA Spec Racer Fords. So they're like they're almost like small open wheel cars, but they actually have body all over it. So they're not open wheel, but that's kind of the idea. So, and they're single seaters, open cockpit. So they're nice little cars and not super powered or anything like that. Probably just spec engines. That's why it's called Spec Ford. So they're just, pretty much off the street engines and very light cars. So they're very slippy. And I'm finding that if you try and trail brake or do anything like that, if you try and turn while you're braking, she just wants to spin out. So the trick is brake early, get off the brake, power through the corner, and just try and make sure she doesn't slide too much. Like I said, I've done a lot of practice today. I even done some time trials with it. In the time trials, what you're trying to do is put 8 good laps together. That means no incidents, no running off the track, no spin outs, nothing like that. I didn't do it, to be honest, and I did time trials twice. I just kept, I'd run off the track a little bit here, run off the track, or cut a corner a little bit there. So anyways, I know I have the speed. I can see what I'm doing, and I feel it. When I put a whole lap together, I feel like I do pretty good, but it's putting a whole lap together repeatedly and consistently. But I was just doing practice for the race with a whole bunch of other people, and obviously there's a lot of people that seem to be having the same issues. So anyways, we're getting pretty much ready to go, so let's get right into it. That's just me pulling off so I can start the stream. So yeah, we're going to try and do our best here. We're about to go racing in a second. It'll come up in just one moment. Probably 2-3 minutes of practice, probably 2 laps of qualifying, and then I'm not really sure if it's 12 laps or it might be a timed race. Get a little drink of hot beverage here. A little tea to help my throat. All right, so let's go into it. So yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of people probably spin out on this, depending on what kind of split they put me in. How many how many cars are there, who has all the talent, everything like that. So I suspect I'll be mid-pack in the split. I think I've got the track down to a certain extent. It's just finding those, it's the idea of a real racer would probably say, you get a you work up the track, and that's what I've been doing all day today. I've probably raced this track for about 4 or 5 hours, and I'm still not 100% comfortable. but that's okay.
Checker flags out. V12.
We're just gonna try and do our best. 23 laps. Yeah, it's a short track, but
pit lane speed limit is 56 kilometers per hour. Pit exit's clear. Push. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
might be able to get one lap in. And again, the other day I put a sponge ball behind my brake pad to give it a little more feeling, because I drive a Logitech Driving Force GT, a very old wheel, but it still has force feedback. It still works a bit, but it still, I think I'm still trying to get a little bit of feel for it. So, but I honestly do feel it in my leg because I got a very strong sponge ball. So, and it was basically like almost like a sponge baseball. And I cut it in half, and then I kind of jammed it in there, and then I cut slits in the side of it so it wraps around the plastic housing of the pedal system. So it should never move. It should always be there. Alright, so let's see if we can do this. Brake down hard, get down to third. Kind of coast it through third.
Right side, clear to the right.
It's stuff like that, you know, just sliding out a little bit. I almost went on the grass there. Or not braking enough here, because you have to be really hard on the brakes here. Oh, there's the checker flag. I was hoping to make it. I'll put a lap in. Ah. Alright, that's fine. Cute little cars. I like them. I actually like the paint job I got on them right now. Alright. You can see on the left-hand side there, my best is a 108.458. Some of these guys are putting 107s in, high 107s. And there was a couple times where I probably could have bested that in my practicing today, but you know, just a little bit off, just cut a corner a little too much.
And speed limit is 56 kilometers per hour. All clear on pit exit. You can push now. Okay, Steve, we've got 2 laps. Let's get this done.
You know, and just honestly, but I'm finding to get that 108, I have to hit everything perfectly, and I'm still not 100%, which is sad. I watched some videos. Obviously, there's guys who post, guys who are good at this game, who post like, let's learn the track. This is what we do. This is where we brake and stuff like this. So I've watched that, and that kind of gave me the early guidance. And then it was just honestly putting tons of laps in. That was probably the best little chicane there. That's probably the best way I've taken it yet. That's probably one of the best ones today, because I actually gained a ton of speed coming out of it. All right, here we go. First time lap. Try and get down to the 2, brake hard, get down to third, let it coast in. Kind of let it sliding a little bit. Try not to cut that in nice and tight. Push on out. Keep it in third, brake very late, try and get that car turned in. Don't give it too much gas or you'll slide out. Get it nice and tight there, then you're all set for this corner where you go flat out. Just keep it in fourth all the way to the braking zone for the chicanes. Right it there. Heavy brakes, get it turned in, power through. Brake at the first cones, I got slippy there, and I just didn't want to spin out. I lost a lot of time, but that's okay. I was up, and so I won't be terrible here. I'm going to be in a high 108s, no 109s, low 109s. But that's all right. Let's go. I know I can do something here.
V2, the lap time was 109.2.
We can do this. I can improve. Okay, a little bit too far out coming out of that corner. That's all right. I got a good run out of it. Heavy on the brakes. There's a little black mark right there. You can see those red curves just throw you around. I lost a bit of time there. I think I braked a little too hard going into the chicanes. I'm losing a lot of time now, so
the leader has just done a 108.1.
okay. I think I'm going to be able to get in the 108s. Probably 108.6, 108.7.
That puts you 0.9 off the pace.
And I spun out because I'm braking while turning. That's all right. Qualifying's done. It's kind of funny. It almost feels like I did better because I was literally talking myself through that lap, trying to explain it. I like these little cars. I don't know how much I'm going to like them, but maybe on a different track. See how we're doing here. Still 3 minutes left, still half the field to qualify. I suspect I'm probably going to be 5th or 6th. It all depends on what split I'm in. I don't know if it tells me here. 2 Canadas, 3 Canadas, a guy from Michigan. I don't really recognize any names I might have raced before. Mark Gilliland might be one. I think I've raced him before. Anyways, I'm still Division 6. So, yeah. All right, laps, results, info. I don't think it says here where split we're in. I think it's afterwards, right? I'm still new to this game. Whew. All right. Well. Go here. Oh, it's not a fixed setup race. Ha ha. All right. I'm going to add front brake. That's probably way too much. I didn't realize I could do a setup here. I thought it was a fixed setup. All right. Well, that's fine. Oh. We go with what we got. Currently, I am still 3rd. All right. Like I said, I'm just going to try and hopefully just keep my nose clean. I'm not going to try and run 108s every lap, although it'd be really nice if I could. I find if I'm running 108s with my skill level, I'm pushing really hard. I'm looking for that extra, 10 tenths, as they say. I feel like a good, comfortable lap for me is probably in the 109s, and I need to really push hard and take risks to get into the 108s. Now, that might change a little bit in the race because if I'm behind somebody, I'm going to get a draft down the front straight, and I suspect that's going to help a lot. So if I get a good draft, who knows? I might be able to get my best lap in the race. But as always, just got to keep my nose clean and try my best to work it all out. I'm feeling pretty good about it though. So we'll do our best. 15 seconds left to go. Looks like a lot of guys might not be qualifying. Maybe that's planned. A lot of them are just saying, "Hey, I'm just gonna sit the best start at the back and wait for everybody else to crash," and which might entirely be a possible thing. Not sure if it's a standing start or if it's a. I'm not sure. It might be a standing
That's the
start.
end of the session. P3.
I think it might be a standing start. So we will see. Let's grid up. No pace car. It's a standing start. All right. "23 laps." You think that's such a weird number, but I think what's the mile and a half? So it's a mile and a half. So basically, okay, it's a mile and 23 and 12 is 39. So if it's a mile and a half track, which I think it is, that means it's a 40 mile race. So it's a 40 mile sprint race. That's cool. Or just close to it anyways. All right, let's get set here. Probably just waiting for a couple people to...
P3.
There we go.
Track temp is 26 Celsius. Okay, Steve. Nice and neat. Stay out of trouble. Green, green, green.
Left side, clear left.
All right, the guys crashed out behind me.
Okay, let's get settled in.
So we got a few seconds ahead. All right, let's get settled in. I'll have to see if I caused that accident behind me. I did tap the brakes a little bit, might have caught them off guard, but we'll see.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 1.4 seconds.
I got a fine feeling these guys are going to get away from me. I think the talent level between them and me is probably...
The gap behind has now decreased to 3.8 seconds.
All right, we gained a spot.
The leader has just done
2.5 seconds behind. He only spun out. He didn't hit anything.
This is spot on. B2.
He didn't hit anything, so he's right behind me, and he's faster than I am. So I suspect he'll catch me soon. Yeah, you gotta get the corner before that right, so you can power through all the way through that corner. 16th is catching up to me. Three seconds behind the leader. 5 seconds ahead of third place. All right, I've got my bubble. So now I just need to roll with it. Let's see if I can keep that distance behind me. Oh, he's pulling away. All right, well, the goal now is just to keep Jorge Ucha about at least 5 seconds behind me.
The leader's just done it, 107.7.
Yeah, see, I'm not going to be anywhere near that. There we go, powered all the way through that corner. That's what I need.
The gap in front is now 5.1. P2, good lap. That's your quickest today.
I braked a little too hard going in there. There we go. All right. All right, looks like he's catching up to backmarkers. Almost wanted to send myself into a spin there. Thank you. Now the question is, I'm going to catch up to this guy. Obviously, David's a little bit slower. Charlie might have just be fast, but he might have just got caught in the middle of something. So
The guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 3.1. Yellow flag, caution.
whoops, why am I going into fourth there? Okay, I definitely lost some time trying to get around that back marker, so. Let's see if I can catch up to Charlie Chap.
Right side.
Thank you, Charlie.
Still there. Clear right.
That lap was a 108.8.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to be thanking a lot of guys here. I'm going to be hitting thank yous a lot. All right, let's see what's happening here. All right, looks like Jorge got caught up behind, which is nice. Oh, his car looks a little beat up. Oh, why are you braking? Oh, that was a terrible place to do that. John Goolsby. Just go full sprint through that corner and get on the inside. That was a bad... You're almost going to cause an accident that way.
Last lap time was at 110.0. Sector 2 is 1.1 off the pace.
I'm 8.5 seconds behind the leader. And Jorge's now 4 seconds behind me. So he got caught up in a little bit of back markerage. I'm just going to try and cruise for a little bit. I don't want to go too much. Obviously, I'm not going to catch the leader. So now I just want to be smooth and kind of run some laps. As long as I'm semi-quick, I think I can keep Jorge behind me. It's just...
Okay, Steve, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up. The gap behind is now
Clear left.
Thank you. You always got to be careful, though, because you're kind of taking a corner wrong because you're trying to pass somebody, and then you can just screw up your approach or your line for that corner, and you might just put yourself into the grass. Jorge's right behind me again. He got by all the back markers, so I got to pick it up again. Oof. Hit that red curb. So I need to pick up some speed here. Pick it up a little bit. That was a nice curve. Hopefully he doesn't take it as well. It looks like he did. All right. Let's put in some hot laps here.
Sector 1 is 1.2 off the pace. Sector 2 is a second off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.1 off the pace.
it's probably going to lose me some time there. And it did. All right, we're almost halfway. Actually, once I cross the line, it should be halfway.
Okay, Steve, that's half distance. Fuel levels are fine. You've just done a 108.9. The guy in front, the gap is 12 seconds.
I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the guy behind. That was a little better. Took a little more speed through the first part of that chicane. He still catches me on the chicane though. So he's obviously faster in the chicane. It looks like I'm a little faster coming through here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He's gaining a little bit because I lost a little bit of speed back there on that. All right.
Sector 2 is 0.4 off the pace. Yellow flag. Watch out.
A little better. Let's see how we do.
That was 108.3. Sector 2 is 0.2 off the pace. The gap behind is now 2.6.
Ariel might be the guy who was leading and spun out in the lead. If it is, that means he'll definitely catch me. Jorge's back 4 seconds now. Yep, 2 seconds down. He's coming.
On your right. Clear to the right.
Hopefully he gives him a hard time like he just gave me a hard time. Nope. Damn. We're in a tight spot.
Yellow flag.
Ariel's right there.
Right side. Clear right.
Oh, Steve. Come on, mate. Defend your position.
Nice work getting back up here, Ariel.
Stay calm, keep it smooth. E3, you're a second off the pace in sectors 1 and 2. Sector 3 is 0.9 off the pace.
Damn, that guy is fast. Oh, crap. Oh.
Far left. Clear
Thank you.
left.
Cheers. Still 3.5 seconds ahead of Jorge.
I'll tow you down the straight, then give way.
Oh, no, no, no! Okay.
We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Steve.
Far right. Clear right.
I braked into the curve, and I shouldn't have. Oh, come on, dude.
Far right. Clear right.
Thread a needle. Oh. All right, take my time. I've got 8-second gap now to Jorge in 4th. That was a little bit of drama that I didn't need. That's all right. That last lap, I didn't let go of the brake in time, and I was trying to turn and brake at the same time, and that just unsettles these cars. All right, what do we got here? Oh, no, 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 no. I just did the same thing.
Right side. Still there. Clear right. Car right. Clear to the right.
Thanks, Charlie. All right.
The car ahead has just done a 5
I was 7.5 seconds. We're almost there. 4 laps to go at the stripe. So I just got to take my time now. Really take my time. I think I've got, what do I got? 4.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 18 seconds.
I only got a 1 incident count. All right.
E3, the gap behind is now 3.6.
All right. Ooh. Had a little game hiccup there. Stream looks okay. Hopefully the game's not about to crash or anything. I'll be really disappointed with this so much done now. God. After all that today, it'd be just like, I'd probably take a sledgehammer to my computer if it crashed right about now. Famous last words. Alright. Almost 3 seconds up on Jorge. It looks like clear air for the next little bit. I just gotta be smart. Mark, you should have let me go. Except now you're going to pull me.
Left side, clear to the left.
2 laps left. Come on, you're looking good for a podium.
Here we go, last lap. 3.5 seconds up on...
Okay, Steve, 1 more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium.
.4 seconds. Thank you. Woo! All right. I still got a quarter to go. Better not calm down too much. All right, there it is. Wow. After all today, honestly not thinking that I was going to be good.
Podium finish. Nice one.
Congrats, Richard, and way to go, Ariel, coming back from that spin, man. You too, Jorge. You kept me thinking and worrying too much. Wrong button. Oh, wow. All right. Let's see how we did. Laps. Practice. Qualify. Race. My best was a 108.276. So I did do my best lap ever in the race, which I thought. I probably got behind somebody in the middle of the race there. I was following. It was probably when I was drafting one of the other cars. But yeah, 109, 108, 109, 108, 109, 110, 110. Spin, spin, and then finished off. So, results. How many incident points did I get? I think I only got 1. It was kind of quiet. No chatting really. Ariel really definitely got. That was good for him. Like coming back after his spin, and he made it all the way back up to second. That was really some fast driving from him. Good for him. All right. Let's see how we did, shall we? Last session results. I think I only had a 1x or a 2x. 1x. Oh, that's nice. That helps. .55 I rating, so I definitely moved up. Oh, split. What was our split? Oh, okay, we were the second. Wasn't a lot of racers tonight, but we were the second split. That's not too bad. Strength of field 932. Okay, that's why I did so well. Obviously, it was a really low strength of field. Let's see what the other guys did, because I'm pretty sure. Okay, see, the strength of field was 1549. These guys are doing 106s as their fastest lap. My best was a 108.2. So obviously, being third in a lower class of cars, I probably would have been, well, let's take a look. My average lap times for me was 110.4. So 110.4 would have put me 8th. I would have been 8th. But obviously, you know, being with these guys, it would have been a lot tougher race. There's some A drivers in here too, like A class and stuff like that. So obviously I was in a lower class of race. That's why I was so high up. Simplest, most honest, simplest terms. Like the strength of field, my usual strength of field, I usually get placed in a 1300 strength of field. Does it say? Does it tell you? Yeah. Based on the then current I ratings of the drivers. This is the strength of field for the split as the session was launched. Yeah. So obviously my strength of field, usually when I race, especially when there's a lot of splits, is about 1300. This was 932, which means obviously it was a lower tier of cars, lower tier drivers. And from there I could actually kind of work it up and definitely be better. But I'm very happy with it. That helped me out immensely. I got more I rating. I moved up. I do believe now that I only need one more race and I should be promoted to a C license, because it's pretty much guaranteed that even a terrible race, I won't drop 64 safety points. 0.64 safety points, I should say. Yeah, so the road license, I need one more race out of the ones. So let's take a look at what I've been doing. So obviously I have to pick cars in D class. So if it says if you see this little, get off of it. If you see that little thing that says MPR, I think that means it's lower than my current racing license, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe that's what it means. So basically, if I go into a race like that where it says MPR minus or MPR down arrow, which means it won't count towards, because I need a D license race. So obviously, I've done the BMWs at Lime Rock, the BMW 12 Challenge at Lime Rock, and I did the Fanatec Global Challenge at Watkins Glen. Both races were really tough. I did this one because I didn't have to buy anything, actually. The SCCA Spec Racer Ford and Lime Rock are both already included, they were both already included in iRacing, so I didn't have to buy the track or the car. Now, from there, I mean, I could just do one of these races again, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you can race as many times in the week as you can, and maybe that might be one option, just to stick to these 3 series for now. But when I move up to C, and then try and get a little better, maybe. I think what happens is a season, like what's called a season for iRacing, is a few months, maybe 3 or 4 months. And they recommend that you stick to certain cars and certain series for that series. So I think we're in like 2020 season 2, and then I think season 3 will come up soon. I'll have to look into that, but that's kind of my understanding of it. So what I'm doing, jumping around and trying a whole bunch of different race cars, probably isn't the best idea. It's the idea is to stick to a few race series and just race those until it's done. And then when you get the chance, if you want, when the new season starts, move into a new series and stick with that. And I see that, but at the same time, I'm trying to kind of get myself a little more acclimatized, and I'm just trying to race as many cars as possible, just because like right now, I joined mid-season, and so therefore I'm just not I'm not involved in a whole season. I came in mid-season. I joined iRacing mid-season. So next season I'll definitely when it comes up, when the third season of the year comes up, I will definitely look towards sticking to probably 2 or 3 race series and go from there. And so once I get into C class, the next thing I want to do is probably go back to the ovals, because I just got promoted to D class in ovals, and if I want to move up in that, I can't run these 2 anymore. I have to pick one of the oval races. So that means I have to pick the iRacing Late Model Tour, the NASCAR iRacing National Series, or these modifieds. I think modifieds might be best, just because I think modifieds might be best because this might be a little too much horsepower. I think these 2 here, late models or the iRacing iNational Series, is basically ARCA. So this will probably be, the Modified Weekly Series will probably be still shorter tracks instead of the bigger tracks with the ARCA Series. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, we had a good race today, and I'm really shocked because I didn't expect it. I was getting very frustrated all day just how many times I was going off track and spinning out. And now, of course, I do a 23-lap race, kind of thinking to myself, geez, just keep it on the track as best I can, and I only get a 1x. So, and that was just for a quick spin out. So, yeah, it is what it is. We had a good race. Finished 3rd, lower class, but that's all right. I'll take it. Got some I rating and got some safety points, and I just need one more race to move up to a C license, and I'll get some new series from that too. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for joining me. And if you liked it, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the follow. You know, anything you guys can do to help, all that helps me, just keeps me going and gives me drive to keep getting up and do another race every day while I'm stuck at home with I'm not isolated, but you know, when there's not a lot of work to go around right now, I'm kind of sitting at home. So let's keep racing. All right. Anyways, have a good night. Talk to you later.